Welcome back to Twin Tarot. I'm David.
And I'm Gary.
And today we're going to read about...
What are we going to read about?
I don't know. I forgot.
Okay, let's make something up. Let's talk about Judge Chutkan.
Yeah, let's talk about her.
Yeah.
She's not here. We'll talk about it behind her back.
Yeah. So, Jack Smith...
anyway.
Let's get some teas.
Exactly.
Okay, so Jack Smith submitted a 180-page brief to Judge Chutkan on...
I thought it was more of a boxer guy myself, but okay.
It was a 180-page legal brief basically outlining what Trump, his involvement in the January 6th insurrection.
And when Gary says legal brief, he means briefs that are manila yellow colored.
Yeah. Unlike some other briefs.
Yeah, tidy whities.
Yes, tidy whities. So Chutkan gave Trump and his legal team until October 1st to respond to Jack Smith's 180-page legal brief. They already had like an initial response, which was like, wait, you can't release this. You're supposed to dismiss this.
But somehow they have to translate that into legalese, put it on a document, and submit it.
So the way it translates to legalese is, you can't do this.
He's a liar, fibber liar, whatever the legal version of that is, has to be submitted.
Yes. And so they have until October 1st to respond to that. But I was watching Midas Touch. I was watching Michael Popak, and he's like,
You're such a name dropper.
I am. Hey, Michael, thanks for watching. I
Michael
love the comments in the comments section.
Yes, I had tea with Michael Popak. All those clothes.
And what Popak was saying, what?
Oh, now we're on lasting basis. I'm more of a Marcellus guy myself, if you're going to go that way.
Well, he just had his kid. So what Popak was saying was, Trump's, all his attention is on the 180-page brief, right? Because what Trump's really needs to be paying attention to is the 1,000-page appendix to the motion that Jack Smith has filed, and they have only until October 10th to go through this 1,000-odd page appendix and appeal any part of that, respond to that submittal as well. And Popak's like, all of the details, everything you want to know is in the appendix. Trump's focused on the actual filing, the motion, the 180-page motion, but all the damage is in the appendix.
Yeah.
So we're going to do a reading on the general energy on how this is looking, and then we'll just sort of go from there.
Now, again, Trump does not have a big legal team. It's a couple lawyers and a couple paralegals.
Yep.
And they're basically tasked with an insurmountable amount of work, and which means invariably they're going to miss stuff. Usually, what they miss are deadlines.
Yes.
And this is just, and right now Trump is focused on the appeal that he had in New York because that's his money.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Lord knows what type of resources these folks are going to get. Okay. So.
Yeah, he's missing deadlines, and the judges are like, yeah, too bad. This is kind of the whole comeuppance of delay. Here finally come the consequences of this delay. Yeah, you pushed a whole bunch of stuff beyond the election cycle, but all this stuff is now coming due, and he's missing delays, and the judges are like, too bad, you had your chance.
Yeah, it was one of the New York appeals courts. They knew he was going to file something late, so they said no. I think it was for E. Jean Carroll. It's basically no, file it on time, or we're going to dismiss it.
Yep.
So there you have it. Let's go. So I'm going to look at the Trump response to the October 1st filing, which is the 180-page brief, because Trump is fixated on Jack Smith's briefs.
Yes.
And not on his appendix.
This is for entertainment purposes only.
Yes, in case you hadn't noticed.
I don't know how entertained that's going to be, but okay.
Yeah.
How are Jack's briefs looking?
All right. So we got the 6 of coins here. It's looking at all this information that's in the.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, I know. That's in the brief, and the appendix is a little ... So there's little subscripts at the bottom of the page that take you out there. He's trying to, of course, he wants to go in and he wants to squelch and minimize everything that could be made out to the general public. Gary's interesting because you got those scales of balance.
That is not why I'm interested.
Oh, why are you interested?
I am very interested because we did it. Let's come back up. Hey, We just did an October surprise video.
Surprise!
Yeah. And do you remember what the foundation? I believe that was the foundation.
Yeah, that's foundational reading.
Yeah, so we were speculating, was the surprise maybe something going on with Ukraine
or
something with Israel?
And then I got hit with a lightning bolt. Like, dude, it's the January 6th stuff.
Well, guess what?
And that's pretty much what it looked like by Napoleon Dynamite. Stupid Uncle Rico.
Well, guess what? We just got another foundation, I think. And
there we go with the Page of Wands.
That Page of Wands, that was the VP debate.
Yeah. And then the Seven of Swords underneath there. Yeah, this is going to be trying to hold back information, because he doesn't want people to find out about this, weeks before the election. Because he, just like the Stormy Daniels case, he's trying to get away. He's trying to get to the election without people knowing what he's been doing behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Just trying to steal, just trying to sneak his way past things. In the past, you got the Nine of Coins. There's a lot of information here. Judge Chutkan is sitting on this information. She's the one who gets to rule on it. And a big ruling it's going to be. I got this card before, too, for looking at this brief. There is some big bombshell information in Jack Smith's brief. And Trump is going to fight this thing as much as he can.
Yeah, we've seen nuggets of it over time, but there's new stuff coming out.
Yeah, he wants that information squashed.
Yes.
He wants it held back. You can't possibly show this before the election.
That is my Trump, gold, mine. He does not want that coming out.
Lesson to be learned is the Lover's card. Judge Chutkan is the opposite of the Devil card. Mm-hmm. Where the Devil card has the devil and the two naked people underneath them. The angel has them too, but they're not chained. They're there by their own free will. They like being there. Of course, if they behave poorly, they can get Adam and Eve right out of there. But long and short of it, Judge Chutkan, I think, understands that the American people need to know what they're voting on here in Trump's involvement in January 6th. And the outcome, what she will release is she's going to do a nice job with the release. It's going to be integral to the case. So she's going to show integrity with it, but it's also going to, people get ready for the good and the bad that comes out of this release. People are going to see Donald Trump in what he values and what he does not value.
Yeah, just all the smoke screens that he's been throwing up.
Yeah, the illusions.
The illusions that that Trump and let's face it, right wing corporate media has been throwing at their followers for the last several years is finally going to start coming to light.
The gaslighting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Your turn. Let's look at the appendix.
Yes.
Not just an organ in the human body, but something on the back of a document.
Yes, the appendix. What is the energy around the appendix? So, like my good friend Michael.
And then we will do an energy reading on the tonsils.
Yes.
Like the little squiggly bits that we don't know what they do.
Oh,
like the uvula.
I'm waiting for Michael Popak to give me a text here shortly, but
in case you don't know, the uvula is the little punching bag in the back of your throat.
The little dangling thing.
Think of any Bugs Bunny cartoon where a mouse has to go in the cat's mouth, and they use it for a speed bag.
Okay, so what is the 1,000-page appendix? How's that? What's the energy around that? Oh, look at that card. Ooh. Okay. So, January 6th. There was all sorts of fighting and conflict going on Jan 6th. This could also, be Trump's. He's so focused on the main filing that he's not paying attention to the appendix. Let's see. We'll keep going here. Crossed with the Four of Swords. This is kind of you should be sitting back and being thoughtful approach to this whole appendix. But you're too busy fighting the.
That my intro. He's got like a staff of 4 people. They are overwhelmed. They should be focusing on the appendix, and they just don't have the time. They don't have the energy. There's too much stuff to do.
It's
whack-a-mole.
Go ahead.
That Seven of Wands is like whack-a-mole.
Yeah.
It's just hip, pa. All they can do is they can't be proactive. They are reactive.
Yeah. Dave's nodding way back there, which usually when he's doing that, he's like so ready to jump into this.
But no, it's like, yeah, you're good. Keep going.
Yeah, but he was giving me the positive. Okay, you're on the right track as far as I'm concerned.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Underneath it all, the Page of Cups. Once again, there's been some really silly messaging that's been going out from Trump and folks about January 6th. My God, they sing the January 6th national anthem before the Trump rallies. And it could also just be, his legal team, they just don't have the bandwidth to deal with it. Because, Trump's trying to tell them how to argue the case.
Yeah.
They've already got enough work.
It's almost like he dictates to them what he wants them to file in the briefs. Because if you see the briefs, they always start off with, this is an unprecedented assault on President Trump. And it's like, no lawyer would ever write that, which means, it was dictated.
Yes, exactly. In the past, we got the Hierophant. So I don't know if I'm going to call this the judicial branch, or if this is, Trump saying, I'm the president and you will do as I say. This could be Trump talking to his lawyers, like we were just saying. Hey, this is how we're going to run this case. You two just bow down and do as I say. And I think I'm going with that because right now we've just talked about how the legal team is overwhelmed. They should be concentrating and contemplating what's in the appendix, but they're getting silly information from dear leader.
Yep.
Current situation is J.D. Vance.
Yeah.
Current situation, Page of Pentacles. They're so stretched. They're stretched so thin. They don't have a mature approach to this. They're just having to go with what they can do. They just don't have a lot of background experience and, frankly, the gift of time. They just don't have the time and the resources.
Yeah, I think if the stuff they can find is minor stuff because they don't have the time to really see the big picture.
Yeah, this is 1,000 pages on this appendix, and the person that's going to be reviewing it might not have a lot of experience,
or it's just not enough time. They're exhausted.
Yeah, exactly.
And this could very well be these guys. They need a vacation really badly.
Overarching energy, the Wheel of Fortune. Hey man, the whole Tom Petty, the future is wide open. This can end really, really badly for Trump. Honestly, I mean, the Wheel of Fortune. Do you take that as a kind of a neutral card?
I think it's going to keep going. It's just as karmic, and it's just going to keep going.
Yeah.
Nothing you can do is going to stop this. You may avoid it this time, but it's going to come back around next time.
Yeah, this could be talking about how delay has gotten you into this situation
that you're in now. Exactly.
Because you could have. It's just like Bannon. Bannon's all bitching about how he's, in the lockup
in the pokey.
And not being able to help Trump. It's like it's your own damn fault because you kept delaying.
Right.
Instead of just manning up, you chose to delay, and now that's the consequence of it. So that's a consequence of all the delays and not paying your lawyers and stuff like that. Lesson to be learned: judgment. Yeah, judgment's coming, buddy.
Yeah, pretty much. You get what you pay for. You don't have a big legal team. They can't go through things with a fine-tooth comb and find the inconsistencies.
And the judgment is coming to you.
Yep. Oh yeah, it is. From all of us to all of you.
The outcome: 2 swords. You have a choice.
People will make up their minds.
Or it could be you have a choice. You can look at the appendix, or you can focus on the proposal.
Yeah, and it's kind of like you made your choice.
You made your choice to argue and fight over this 180-page proposal, which was foolish, and that's what you wanted, and your team doesn't have enough resource to go after the really nasty stuff that's in the appendix.
So that might be like for Trump, it's kind of everything's the short-term gain. Mm-hmm. The short-term gain, the positive public relations spin, again, try and push things past the election type thing. But, where the real problem is in the details. And Trump's not a detail-oriented person. He's very superficial.
For you chess fans, it'd be like, you just used your knight to take out the guy's pawn, and then his rook comes out and takes away your knight. It's just like,
well,
okay.
At least in 3 moves, he's able to position himself where your queen is going to be taken.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know how did that happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Clearly he cheated.
You got the short-term victory, but you're going to really pay the price down the road. And quite frankly, he's paying the price right now.
Yeah.
All right. We should probably throw a little more energy at this.
What do you want to know?
I don't know. We should probably pause this.
Who the hell knows? I don't know.
There's a
More Smokey and the Bandit references.
Yes. Do you want to pause?
No.
No.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Maybe.
We'll be right back.